Today, we're going to learn about plastic and glass recycling done right, everyone.
That's right. You'll see you're supposed to put glass in me, right, Blue? Not you.
Yeah, because every day people recycle tons of materials. Most of them know lots about recycling and fill me with just the right stuff, but some don't. And we want everyone to know what's right. When you do, it's better for people and the environment. So watch carefully. Benny and I and some green neighbors will teach you how recycling is done right.
Meet the Taylors, a typical Washington family, getting ready to put their recycling and paper bags for carrying to the recycling cart and bin. That's Big Blue and Benny. As the Taylors separate their materials, they need to pay attention to what goes in their mixed recycling bag for a rolling cart like Clark County's Big Blue, and what doesn't.
And they don't need to remove the labels either. Recycling is easy.
Mom's right about most of the plastic containers going into the bag. But David points out that plastic lids aren't recyclable. He's right, because as we'll see when we visit the recycling facility, lids are too small and flat to make it through the sorting equipment and need to be put in the garbage instead.
When in doubt, leave it out.
However, the real problem in recycling plastics is plastic film, wraps, especially plastic shopping bags. These items can cause all kinds of problems if put into your recycling cart, which we'll see at the recycling plant. Later in the day, when the family's taking their recycling to Big Blue, David catches a plastic bag that got in with the newspapers. Now, before we talk about glass, we're going to take a peek at the recycling facility to see why it's so important not to recycle the things the Taylors kept out of Big Blue. Trucks bringing mixed curbside recycling to the facility dump their loads on the tip floor. There are many points in the recycled plastics journey where people have to hand sort things that shouldn't have reached the fast-moving conveyor belts. Workers struggle to capture all the plastic bags, plastic lids, film, and the like. But the worst of the items that can't be recycled in Big Blue are those plastic shopping bags and plastic wrap.
Hey, Benny, remember when David saw the plastic bag stuck in the newspapers and kept it out of the recycling?
Yeah, Blue. I'm so happy David was recycling right.
Every day, these items slip through the system if the sorters don't catch them in time. The whole operation has to be shut down to have people physically get inside the machines to cut out the bags that have twisted themselves around the rollers. It's a problem that slows down the recycling process. So please, keep those plastic bags and plastic wrap out of Big Blue. Other gear jammers that can gum up the rollers at the recycling center include VCR tapes, extension cords, wire clothing hangers, and even ribbons attached to balloons.
They're gonna talk about me next, Blue. Glass.
Benny, a little modesty, please.
Of course.
Those terrific Taylors are doing their glass recycling right. See, Mom's taking the lids off the jugs and bottles and jars. You can't recycle the lids. And when David is carrying the glass outside, you'll notice he's not trying to recycle any of the types of glass that shouldn't be placed in the bin. David's not putting in any light bulbs, mirrors, drinking glasses, window glass, or ceramics. And never put broken glass in the bin. It could cut a recycling worker. So, as we leave the Taylors, be sure when it comes time to take your Big Blue and Benny to the curb, you followed these simple rules you've seen today.
That's right, Benny, and I take pride in having just the right materials in us on pickup day. And if you're wondering why Mom and David are keeping us 2 feet apart, well, you tell them, Benny.
It's simple, Blue, because it makes it easier on the people picking up the recycling to have a little elbow room.
Yeah, that's recycling done right.